It is episode number 16 of the Nifty Show, usually streamed live every Friday at 5 o'clock Eastern and 2 o'clock Pacific. But for some reason, the streams are not streaming. There's no streams.
Did you get the streams crossed?
They're not even crossed. They're just not appearing at all. And I have tried absolutely everything. And that's okay because you're here now, and it's going to be a great show. We've got Rudy Koch from Blankos or Blankos. Or Blankos. I'm not exactly sure how you pronounce it. Lots of news from the NFT space. And
it's not streaming it live.
It is not. But
we're not streaming it live.
There is a new video to go with our jingle. So here we go.
Looking into the future, what do we see? It's lined with digital collectibles, we call them NFTs. Games, trading cards, digital art, and those crypto kitties. Travis and Joel are the hosts, you'll know. Travis and Joel say this won't blow. They're locked and loaded, so ready, set, go. It's the Nifty, really kind of spiffy. The Nifty Show.
And this is the Nifty Show, episode number 16, pre-recorded for your NFT and digital collectible enjoyment, to be broadcast in all the places, not live. Well, we're live. The show's not.
Well, we are still doing it live at the exact same time.
That's true.
It's just not being streamed.
That's also very true.
Damn it, Zoom!
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. Broken issues. Anyway, we've got a great guest for you today and lots to talk about in the NFT space. But the first thing I want to share with you is our friends at Coin Genius are releasing a card set shortly called BTC Origins. They are basically commemorating major moments in the history of Bitcoin with some really interesting creative artwork in the form of cards.
Major moments like, what was the very first one? I believe the very first one is the white paper creation.
Mm-hmm.
And so 2008, there it is. That's the style. Interesting artwork, sort of comic-y, sort of new age looking-y. Mm-hmm. And this is another version of it as well. So, you know, the different versions of these cards they look completely different. Like this is the same card, essentially, the same moment, memorialized 3 different times. And I believe they're going to give out a free card or something, correct?
Yeah. So what you guys want to do is you want to what they're giving away is a rare artist sketch promotional card. In fact, I think I have a copy of it on my desktop here. I do. I has it. Let me open this up in Microsoft Paint because that's what opened when I clicked on it. So I can modify it and make my own. There's the card right there. And they're giving this away. It's called Solitude in anticipation of their upcoming release of the very first Bitcoin moment, the white paper creation. And if you go to their Telegram channel, t.me/Bitcoin Origins, just like that, fill out the form with your Wax ID on the pinned message. Just click the pinned message that's up at the top for a chance to win one of these historic cards. They're going to be dropping 10 of them randomly to wallets on this coming Monday morning. And of course, you could check out news, and they've got Easter eggs hidden in these cards. It's all on their site at btcorigins.com. But go join the Telegram, t.me/Bitcoin Origins, and they've got a cool community, many familiar faces there.
So now what's interesting about that piece of art right there, whenever they first showed that to me, he goes, what do you think of our set? And I was like, the font looks a little wonky on that. He goes, no, dude, our artist just whipped this up on his iPad with his finger. So I don't know if he had a stylus or not, but I know that he rocked this sketch version out on an iPad. That's the very first version. I was like, dude, I'd probably use a different font. That font kind of sucks. And he was like, oh, no, dude, this is just a sketch version. The other one will be better. And you can see the other versions got way better. Really cool.
Wonky fontery. So make sure you guys go do that. Let's get on with our guest for today. He's patiently waiting in the green room. It's kind of like, it's very green. It's very roomy. His name is Rudy Koch. He is the VP of Blockchain and Marketplace Services at Mythical Games. These guys are the creators of the very much anticipated Blankos. There we go. Just like it should look. The Block Party, a new universe to own and build. All it's missing is you. Rudy, welcome to the Nifty Show.
Thanks for having me. It's great to be here.
I see the background you've got behind you looks very Minecrafty.
This is actually from our game. In fact, I'm coming live at you from inside the game right now. Over to my right, you will see a Blanko who is in build mode, just hanging out with his balloon, chilling in this custom-built level of his.
It looks very cool. I mean, you've certainly taken some inspiration from Minecraft in this, right?
I mean, the core inspiration for the game was actually vinyl toys. We were thinking about what would fit really well with blockchain. We thought about collectability. What would really like lend itself to some of the paradigms that blockchain was introducing. And so we landed on vinyl toy because vinyl toys, the physical industry, has a lot of these kind of concepts woven into it already. Collectability, scarcity, variety. I've personally, as a gaming nerd and collector myself, I have gone to Comic-Con in San Diego to find that one vinyl toy by my favorite artist. So it seemed like it fit really well. And that was the sort of core idea that sort of spawned Blankos. But yeah, what you're seeing here is sort of a level from the fully fledged game, which Blankos is sort of this open world multiplayer game where players can build their own levels. And Minecraft, of course, is one of the first to really like push on that whole customize your world concept.
Will there be Cheetos in Blankos?
Will there be Cheetos? Not yet. But we've if you've been following us on Twitter, we've announced some partnerships with some amazing artists. I mean, that's one of the things that Vinyl Toys is really good at. You give them out to artists and let them do their own version. And we've been working with quite a few well-known vinyl toy artists. That one right there that you've got, that's Pete Fowler, who's considered one of the godfathers of vinyl toys.
I want to play that, but I want to turn the sound off so we can talk over it because I want to see as
you startled me.
Sorry,
No
Travis,
worries.
I didn't mean to scare you.
I was very startled.
Let's see.
I thought it was my screen. I was like, oh shit, where's that coming from?
So, I mean, my point there was that we're just, we're building the world to be able to do partnerships like that. So not Cheetos, but you never know.
So it's sort of like the Pop Funko type of things, right? But you're gonna have your own little style, your own little version. Looking at your website, I can see you scroll down. They have their own little box. Season 1. Like here's Majo, here's Space Ape, here's Elcha.
Not Belcha.
Yeah. Belcha. That's what my name would be. Belcha. And Farta. Probably those would be mine. Random.
Yeah.
So these are really cool. So walk us through that. Sweet. I just got a badass little character. Now what?
Yeah. I mean, I just mentioned that, the vinyl toy world is a fun space to design in. We can do all kinds of cool stuff like the boxed thing that you see there. I love personally getting a new toy, and I'm the guy who keeps it in the box. I don't like to open, and sometimes I have to get two because I like to open one and play with it, and keep the other one in the box. So there's a ton of really cool things that we're playing around in that space. But the game itself is an open world multiplayer game. It's inspired by what would a world of vinyl toys look like, and our imagination ran wild. I mean, it's a vibrant world with all kinds of crazy stuff in it. But we've basically got 3 core pillars to the game. The first one is being able to play mini games. You get into the game with your friends and with other players, and you play mini games like shooters, like racing, and collecting games. But as I've already mentioned, being able to also build your own levels and invite your friends over is a critical part. And this is the leading into the whole, games as a platform trend that you see now, where you give the right tools to players, they come up with all kinds of crazy creative things. It's incredible. And so we wanted to give tools so that players could create their own levels. They could mash up shooting and collecting, or racing and collecting, and come up with this interesting game types for other players to play. And then the third one, most relevant to blockchain, is the collecting piece. Everything that you get in the game is an NFT. And as you can see just from this trailer that you're showing, there's a large variety that we can create. If you look, we've got sort of the core 2 silhouettes that we've created, but like I said, we've handed them out to artists, and we've able to create a wide variety of stuff that, or flavors for a wide variety of tastes.
Yeah, I think this is really cool. So you've been working on this for a while. So I saw that the first video that Joel showed right there, that was like 2018. This from 2019. Like, how far along are we, and how close are we to the full-on launch?
So we are very close. We'll be announcing beta access extremely soon. In fact, next month, we're going to be releasing our founders packs. So this will be a chance for fans to get in and actually start collecting and collecting their NFT Blankos, and start building their collection out.
How will they be purchased? Are you purchasing like, I want that character, or is it going to be a random thing where you don't know what you get?
Yeah, you know what? We're not doing loot boxes. I think with or without blockchain, we're not big fans of loot boxes. I know there's a lot of sort of press that's come out about it, and it's really divided the gaming industry. We're not fans of loot boxes, so we're not doing them. You pick the one you want and you buy it. And also I'll add, the fact that we're doing blockchain as well adds an element of, hey, this can't be gambling. Blockchain offers a lot of really, sophisticated tools to be able to facilitate transactions between players and community-driven marketplaces and secondary marketplaces. And, we have to be careful. We're not creating a slot machine from a sort of a regulatory perspective. So we steered clear from it.
Do I own the character? Do I own every component of the world I'm creating, the items that I make in it? Like, explain the blockchain part of it to me.
Yeah, I mean, we were inspired right away by the idea of digital asset ownership. I mean, this concept of buying and selling items isn't something new in the games industry. We've been doing it for decades, and they've been known as gray markets. Gray markets around popular games have existed as far as the 90s. And so, we think what we're doing here and what blockchain is allowing is for us to tap into that demand and actually legitimize it and create a legitimate marketplace. So first step is taking the items, the Blankos, the accessories, the things that you acquire in game, and tokenizing them and put them on the blockchain and allowing you to own them. We love the idea of true ownership. It's a concept we really want to lean into, that you own it. You can do what you want with it. You can go sell it wherever you want to sell it. We love those kind of concepts, and we're leaning into it. And so, but it goes beyond that, in my opinion. And this is where I think we get really excited, is that value in a digital space can be all kinds of things. When you even think about what a digital asset is for a game, it could be a wide variety of things. It could be a 3D mesh, which is the Blankos that you're seeing here, or the texture, the skin that it has. It could be an animation, or a music file. There's all kinds of things. It could even be a moment in the game. These are things that people value when they play the game. And so, I think to begin with, we're starting off with just tokenizing items and creating an economy around that. But over time, there's so much that you can tokenize and put on the blockchain that I think is incredibly interesting.
It is incredibly interesting. So how many characters are going to be available? Because I see, maybe 8 to 10 or so on the website, just different varieties and different ones. Like, how many are you planning on having around, the beta launch and then the full launch? And then it would seem to me you're probably going to just have this new artists creating new characters all the time, or what?
Yeah, I mean, that's it. I mean, I've lost count personally, so I can't give you a definitive number. But, again, what people find, what you think is cool might be different than what I think is cool. And perceived value plays a huge role in what people are willing to buy. And I think that's one of the strengths of blockchain, is that we get to lean into that. And so for us, creating variety was important, so that you find what's right for you. And so, yeah, that's our goal, is again, why we picked Final Toys, is that we can create that kind of variety.
Do you have physical representations of these toys?
Dude, we get asked that a lot. We did throw a South by Southwest party a while back, and we had like 3 foot tall or 4 foot tall versions of these guys, which is awesome.
You don't have one in your living room?
I want one. But you know, we've been asked. I mean, it's such a natural fit because it's inspired by vinyl toys. We're a digital company. We might do it one day, but I'll never say never. But it's not a focus for now.
Well, you know, it's funny because we released our Blockchain Heroes cards, our digital collectible card set, about 5 weeks ago. But there was so much interest from us in having physical cards that we had them printed up, and we actually have full sets of these cards that we pre-sold as a Kickstarter. So we were launching a digital product, but people wanted the physical also. So those are, I think people are going to want these.
I agree. And I think there's something neat about that, you know, like a verified on the blockchain digital asset tied to a physical good is a cool concept.
It is awesome. So it seemed to me, since you're doing like really cool digital collectibles that are based on vinyl toys, are you like open up to partnerships with other like IPs? Because Joel and I know a couple guys who have these really cool IP around these blockchain hero guys. Like how cool would that be to have them running around in your Blanko universe?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I think, you know, from our perspective, you know, the response from the artist community alone was a really big indicator to us that is something that's desired. You know, we've had a really good response from brands out there. I mean, we have a lot of partnerships that I can't talk about today, but we're going to announce real soon. But, you know, like we think that there's a real room for us to also connect different entertainment ecosystems together. And, you know, this sort of economy that we envision isn't just about players. I mean, we think players are integral, of course, but we think it can expand beyond that. You know, we've seen in other aspects of games like streaming and esports, how they've turned into full-on businesses with sponsorships and all this kind of crazy stuff, right? And so we feel like that's sort of where things are going with games, and this is where we think blockchain is taking us.
So are you guys building on Ethereum then, or your own side chain, or what?
We are actually building on EOS.io. Yeah. So I mean, we founded in 2018, just before EOS mainnet came out. I mean, Ethereum obviously is wildly well known in the community, and you know, a ton of development done on it. And you know, I'll take this opportunity to sort of talk a little bit about our philosophy around blockchain. You know, we come from sort of a deep background in traditional game development. You know, I come from years of traditional mass market game development. I've worked on Call of Duty and World of Warcraft, you know, and our team comes from equally sort of deep experience in that field. And so we kind of had to look. We wanted to look at blockchain through that lens of mass market. How do we build something that's appealing to millions of players? You know, how do we lean into what we know best? And you know, what we were seeing in blockchain being so new is that it's very raw technology. There's concepts in there that, you know, I get, you know, I've gone down the rabbit hole. I understand, but the everyday gamer, it might be a challenge to grasp some of those concepts. And so things like gas fees and private keys and wallets, you know, these are going to be new things. And so our goal was, hey, let's start with what we know best, which is creating games that have mass appeal. And if we can engage that audience, then we can start introducing blockchain through cool experiences and introducing them to these deeper concepts. What we found was, for us and what we're trying to do, EOS sort of fit better in terms of their vision to create sort of more accessible and scalable blockchain. You know, I know that it's a debate, it's a raging debate, and I don't want to get into the who's better, who's worse. Just for us, it fit better. The idea of being able to delegate fees on EOS was just something that we really appealed to the type of product we wanted to build.
Where's it going to be played at? Like, I mean, is it going to be just on a desktop or a mobile app, or, you know,
we're
even
launching
game consoles?
We're launching on PC first. That's confirmed, and we'll be announcing a console launch soon as well. Really? So again, you know, for us, we know that world. We're gonna follow all the traditional methods of launching a game. You know, we believe in blockchain. We're bringing blockchain along, but also because we've had such a long history in games, we have, really strong relationships with the rest of the games industry, and we're able to sort of get the foot in the door and explain this sort of what we believe and what our vision is. And for us, that path to driving mass adoption of blockchain is really getting it in front of these mainstream. So, a couple of months ago when we announced we sort of launched a new trailer. We did it through IGN, we did it through PC Gamer, we did it through these media outlets that are very familiar and traditional to the mass market gamers. And that's, again, how we look at the market.
I think that's great. And that's what we need, is we need more companies that are helping to onboard in mainstream people to it, to the point where they don't even realize they're being, placed on blockchain. They're just like, oh, I own this and I can sell this, or I can go buy others, right? They don't need to understand all the details of how it works. They just need to know that it works.
Yeah, I agree. And, as creative game developers, when we saw those paradigms, we got excited about the types of experiences we could create, right? That's what excited us. And so we got excited about putting those experiences in front of users. And you're right, not worrying about how it works or the complexities of it. It kind of reminds me, and we've seen this kind of churn in games before. It reminds me of when we started to go online. I was part of that generation that did LAN parties where you had to wrestle your machine. Then you had to know what a subnet mask was to get it to see the other computer and be able to play a game, and now you don't even think about it. I mean, games are just online, and so I feel like histories are repeating to some degree where, okay, it's not a subnet mask, but it's a private key you have to know now, and so I think over time, it'll get more accessible. And in particular, again, when you think about mass market, when it comes to games, it's not an essential product. People don't have to play your game. They play it because it's entertaining and they have fun. And so we couldn't lose sight of that.
I find this fascinating, man. I think it's great. You're launching on multiple platforms. You're taking this mainstream. You're doing this like a traditional game launch, because in your mind it is. You're just tacking on some blockchain, and everybody's going to have the opportunity to grab their own heroes and their own version of their little Blankos guys. I think that's cool. I'm excited to see it. I think I probably need to get a PC again, I guess. Joel keeps telling me to.
What is the date that we're looking at now for this beta to open up?
No date announced yet, but we're announcing that very soon. And then Founders Packs will be live next month ahead of the beta.
Okay, so we'll be able to actually go purchase. You say packs.
Yeah.
What's in a pack?
There's going to be Blankos characters and assets, a variety of things. Again, we haven't really announced the details there, but this is the first chance for fans to start collecting building their NFT collection. And these are assets that, once you purchase them, you'll be able to play in the beta. This isn't something we're expecting, people to just sort of sit and wait for some unknown release date. This is going to be a lead into our beta, and we want you guys to jump in and play with these.
So if I'm registered right now, and I am on the site, and I've got a username and log in, then I'll be able to get these packs when they go live.
That's correct.
Nice. And now, is it? Are you going to be able to use EOS to buy it, or fiat, or wax, or what's the buying mechanism on this?
So we're calling it. What do we call it? We call it payment agnostic is what we're trying to be. First and foremost, again, I always go back to sort of our approach, which is to approach it from the mass market perspective. What is the mass market going to be comfortable with? Fiat is without question sort of the most natural thing to start with. And so everything will be purchasable by fiat, but also crypto will be an option for purchasing these founders packs with. And that's an example of how we hope to bring these worlds together, and continue to sort of bring these worlds together and drive that adoption. So that's what we're calling payment agnostic. You'll be able to go online, pay with fiat, whatever, wherever you are, and then crypto as well.
Well, Crick, what about the secondary market? Where are those going to be located at?
So our vision for secondary market is to have it be an open ecosystem. And by that, what I mean is, we've traditionally in games, it's always been about closed ecosystem. You do it by the rules of the developer, or you don't do it. And to some degree, what that has done is it's kind of forced the gray markets, because if people disagree with you and they want to do something else, they're going to go find a way. And this is why the gray markets exist. There's countless games I can lean on, games that I've worked on that, have had flourishing gray markets, where it's all illegitimate outside the ecosystem. So in our opinion, the future is about open ecosystems, meaning take your asset and go sell it where you want to sell it. The beauty of smart contract technology and blockchain is that we can track it, we can enforce rules, we can make sure it's regulated, and do all the things we need to do, while at the same time saying, hey, this is your asset, go sell it. And I think we talk a lot about games. There's been a lot of conversation around games in the blockchain space recently and how blockchain is sort of evolving the industry. But I also think that it is challenging some of those e-commerce paradigms as well, in terms of like, what does it mean to sell? Where can I sell? What can I sell? And so even if when you look back in the games industry and you see, examples of where there have been legitimate secondary markets, it's still been a closed ecosystem where, okay, you get this asset, but you have to sell it in this marketplace in our ecosystem by our rules. But from our perspective, I think the future is about open ecosystems. And what I love and about that idea is that, people are doing this anyways. People are doing it already. People are buying and selling items. I remember back in the 90s, I was playing games and grinding out items and going and selling them for real money. Like, people are already comfortable doing this. Like, why don't we empower them to do it more rather than restricting them?
So I'm going to put you on the spot here. Do you have something on your computer that you can maybe share to give us a sneaky peeky at something?
Let me see. Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I don't have anything that that is sort of exclusive here, but I can show you. Actually, you know what? I do want to show you. I think it would be cool to show you this stuff here. Let's go. I'm going to share my screen if that's cool.
Yeah, please.
Okay. Okay, so here we go. So, I mean, I talked about artist partnerships, but this gives you an idea of sort of to what extent we've been able to do it.
I want beast mode. Kronk.
There you go.
So wait a second here. So I'm seeing here now, I see, is those the artists named Pete Fowler and Kronk and Unco Mizuno? Or those are people who made those?
Yeah, that's correct. So you can see here, we have two silhouettes here. You have the ones with the horns, and you have the one that's kind of this shaped head. And then when you just give these two silhouettes out to artists, and they put their own flavor on it. So you can see here, these are the names of the artists. Pete Fowler, again, one of the godfathers of vinyl toys, is working with us. All of these folks are very well-known vinyl toy artists in the physical vinyl toy market. And you can see Kronk from South Africa, done their own spin on this stuff and created some really cool variety.
Infinite skins really is what you're looking at. I mean, you've got these two shapes, and I'm sure these two shapes won't be the last, two silhouettes that you use.
That's right. And I think the cool thing about it too, I mean, bringing it back to blockchain, is that with secondary market sales, you can get the artist cut in on it too, right? You can say, okay, well, anytime this item is sold on the secondary market, let's make sure that Pete Fowler gets a cut, or whoever's involved gets a cut. And so, we can get quite creative with the rules that we put and impose on this economy, and how we involve content creators and players. And for now, we're working with sort of curated artists, but over time, who knows, maybe we'll see enterprising players. I mean, players today are much more sophisticated than when I was young, and so, they could get involved, create content, and put it into this ecosystem, and smart contracts would help govern all of that.
It's exciting stuff. So anything else you'd like our folks to know before we move on?
Well, I mean, I think from if you want to tune in and into what's going on with Blankos, visit us at blankos.com. Keep tabs on our Twitter feed. And I will also mention that our Discord channel has been amazing. We've had basically mainstream gamers and blockchain gamers come together and talk. And that's been fascinating to me. It's the first time I've seen these two worlds collide in such a meaningful way. And we actually have a blockchain channel in our Discord. And every now and then a mainstream user goes in there and is like, what's blockchain? You know, like, I've never heard of blockchain before.
Right.
And the blockchain community actually steps up and answers it in really eloquent ways. And it's been so refreshing to see these two worlds come together. And we're really excited about that. So by all means, join our Discord channel and, you know, hang out.
I did, and I told people there that we were speaking with you right now and would have a link for them shortly. So
awesome.
Rudy, thanks for coming on and keep us posted. You know how to reach us, and you know, we'd love to hear updates. And
Sure.
And of course, we always like getting packs when the time comes for pack getting. So
Thank you. I will do my best to get that over to you. Thanks for having
Awesome.
me.
We will
It's been
plant
great
that
chatting.
seed right there.
Yeah.
Plant seeds.
the pack seeds.
Back seeds.
Cool. Thanks, Rudy.
All right.
Catch
Thank
up
you,
with you
guys.
soon, man. Take care.
Take care.
Appreciate you, brother.
Well, there you go, Mr. Travis Wright. Blankos, baby.
Those look really cool, man. Every time I was looking at those, I was like, oh man, Genesis would look cool on one of those.
Little Genesis Blankos. You guys can go here to the website Blankos, BLANKOS.com. I'm logged in here already, but you'll see if you're not logged in that there's an opportunity to sign up for their wait list. And
Maybe it'd be like a little Travis and Joel one.
well, I mean, right now they've got artists skinning them, but if you can make your own and skin stuff, oh, dude, that'd be badass. Have us running around there.
That's funny.
We got news, Mr. Travis, right? There's
No, we don't.
things.
We got no news.
There's things to cover in the space here.
Uh-oh.
In spite of the inability. First thing is Topps announced GPK Series 2 release date. Did you see it?
Oh, I did. I heard it since September, early October, into September, something like that.
September 30th is the date
Uh-huh.
for the second series to finally be unleashed. And so I heard from Mark over there, Topps, and he said they're having some issues with the exotic burn that they're planning because cards need to be moved over from simple to atomic. And
Yeah.
And so there more info's coming on that soon. Looks like Series 2 sale is going to happen first. And
That makes sense. We didn't even consider that when we were talking to them about the burn idea, huh?
Well, I did. I told them it was easy to do, but apparently they want to automate it a little bit more to make it even easier. And I still don't think they've decided on the quantities to burn in order to get a sketch card.
Okay.
So more on that when we have more on that.
More on that. Hey, yesterday you and I were a part of a crypto launch, a collectible launch.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yesterday, what, Dark Country?
Yep. darkcountry.io went live with their pack sale yesterday. And I really feel for these guys. They've put a lot into this, a lot. They've got some really cool looking characters, and this is going to be a full-blown game, right? This is cards with all kinds of stats. They're wanting to get into esports. They've already got a tournament pool that they're putting together for this, and they just had a real unfortunate time in doing their launch yesterday. They've actually got a number of different launches they're doing, but they did a hero card sale yesterday, and things just went belly up. It didn't go well, and so they're fixing it.
So it's not. So it was live, but then it's paused, and now it's not live.
So what they did is you could still buy packs, and I think if you go to Atomic Hub, in fact, there should be a link on Atomic Hub. Let me go ahead and go there and share this with you guys. Yeah, right here, join the limited hero sale. So these are the packs, and the heroes are these circular cards. And there they are, the Adventure Hero Pack and the Champion Hero Pack, and what they come with, and you can buy quantities of them right here on Atomic. And you can see the sales that have been happening. Is the unboxings kind of or what was a problem, and people couldn't get their cards. They lost packs. So the guys over there did a really good job. They said, all right, we've tracked all of the packs that were lost. We're going to send you your pack back and a bonus pack for everyone that was lost.
Okay.
I think that was the thing. So I actually saw the packs come back, and then they said, since about 200 of the 900 to 1,000 or so number one mints already happened, send us your packs and we will open them and send you your cards. And so I see mine actually coming back now. I can show you what I've got here. Let's see. Because I've gotten some things back, and I don't even know, what I've gotten yet. But if I go to my inventory here, all right. So these are some of the heroes that I've gotten back. You can see I've got later mints here. The Ghost of PGT Beauregard. This appears to be an epic. Purples are epic. Greens are rare, and then blues are the legendaries. So I've got a number 4 Crow Queen. Let's see. These are all legendaries here. Oh, there's more.
So you got some and opened up some, huh?
Yeah, well, they opened them. So I sent them the pack. So I've got a number 2 Nightshade legendary out of 7. They had an address that you send your packs to. They open them for you and send them back. There's a number 2 Bounty Hunter. That's a legendary. I didn't get, there's a mythical.
How much were they to buy? How much were the packs you bought?
I think the champions were about $20 right here. Here's the packs. There's the champions and adventure. Adventures were about $5 and champions are about $20. So you can see here the odds. I got several of these legendaries. I did good with that. I didn't get any mythicals or DC collectors edition cards. But you can see they're still for sale here. They've sold about 3,000 champion packs and about 1,500 adventure packs. So there's plenty of gettings to be got. And this is just, the beginning for them. I think we're going to do a live stream with them next week.
I thought we were going to do that yesterday, like open up some packs, but then had some issues with that. So there we go.
Right. It didn't happen. So we're going to be doing it with them next week and have some fun with it. Look, there's a lot of people when things go belly up, there's some people that get really upset, and they were really gracious about it. The creators were, and they offered full refunds to anybody who bought packs, which I thought was, really nice. It's not typical in blockchain stuff that you can get a refund, and they're doing that.
So do you buy those cards on Atomic Hub, or do you go to the darkcountry.io?
There was a link on darkcountry.io, but I can't find it anymore. So easiest thing is just go to Atomic and click. There's a banner right there at the upper left corner that says Dark Country cards. So that's where you go and buy them.
There you go.
Got some more launches here, Mr. Travis Wright, on the horizon.
Okay.
This is a product that is coming out soon called Crypto Twerps, deranged digital trading cards coming soon to a dung heap near you.
Interesting. That guy over there on the right kind of looks like a McAfee.
There's some really interesting stuff here. I'm going to call myself a collector. And so I think I actually I might have this card already. You can win one of these collectibles if you fill out your email right here. I think I've already done that. And let's see what happens if we go to Lurker. Same thing. So there's not a lot here on their page right now, but they do have a Telegram, and they've done some airdrops around these. Let me see if I can find the Telegram. It is called Crypto Twerps, t.me/Crypto Twerps main. Twerps is spelled TWERPZ. So if you're deranged in any way, shape, or form, then they were actually, Matt McGivern, who is the head twerp over there, wrote us because they've got some early mint cards that they would like to make available via Nifty Shopping Network.
Very nice.
Yeah. Which, by the way, we're doing another one of those next week, hopefully live if we can get the stream figured out.
I still love technology. Sometimes it doesn't work the way we want it to, but Happy
Okay, here's
anniversary.
another one, Travis. Discovered this one about a week ago, probably after the last Nifty Show, and I think it's pretty funny. You know about the meme frog, Pepe, right?
I've seen these. These are funny.
Pepe the frog.
You know what? I'm curious about this one because, like, this is all about Pepe the Frog. Well, the guy who invented Pepe the Frog is like all pissed off that that some people on the right were using Pepe, and so I wonder, what are they going to do when there's a whole site where they basically taken over this guy's Pepe, and now they're making new Pepes out of it? Is this going to be a copyright issue? I wonder.
I have no idea. Once something's in the meme sphere, it's kind of hard to reclaim it. GoPepe.io, the dankest collectibles on wax. I already have these. These are daily free giveaways. They're stickers. If you scroll onto the page on GoPepe.io, you'll see every day there's a free sticker drop. You just click the claim button. You can say I already claimed it. But they have in 5 days, 20 hours, what is that, next Thursday? I think it's next Thursday. You'll be able to shop and buy these packs right here. 25,000 single packs that have one card for about $1, 25 wax. 8,000 starter packs that have 10 cards for 215 wax. And then the whale pack that's got 50 cards in it for 970 wax. So I'm going to buy some Pepes. These look like great fun.
Those do like great fun. Now, so this is Pepe was based on this movie called Feels Good, Man. And it came out, the artist was Matt Fury. And the film Feels Good, Man chronicles his fighting his creations co-option by the far right. And now here's this Feel Good Man guy, the Pepe. And there's a whole new website, and it's going on blockchain. And this is going to be interesting to watch. I think just not only are they cute and funny or whatever, but there could be some litigiousness going down on this one.
Yeah, I don't know. All I know is I'm a big fan of people doing these types of trading cards on blockchain and coming up with some original stuff. And so GoPepe.io.
Yeah. So it says this: cartoonist Matt Fury seems to be a pleasant fellow. He invented Pepe in 2005 for his zine Boys Club, a comic about anthropomorphic creatures living in a slacker squalor. And in his debut, the character urinates by pulling his pants all the way down, explaining that it feels good, man. And so that was the origin of Pepe. And then in 2015 and 16, it took on a little different use. And then in Hong Kong's protest, they were using Pepe as well. So
there you go. Little background information on Pepe. So that launches next Thursday, which will be the 24th. I'm not sure the exact time. The countdown is on the page. Mm-hmm. And
so there's a look at their website, nftalerts.com or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know if that's being updated anymore. I haven't heard from that guy in a while. I'm actually going to go there. Yeah, it's no, he's not updating it anymore that I can tell. It looks old.
NFT alert.
Yeah, it looks
old.
So I don't think he's updated anymore. But
there's some coming up. They have the Blankos party. NBA Top's upcoming. Sold out ones.
We are the NFT alert right now, Travis. We're telling people what's coming.
We are NFT alert. Yeah, Blockchain Hero's not even on there. I don't see.
Here's another one that I spotted just this last week. TWOB, TWOB.
TW what? What about me? Oh.
The world. Yeah, TWOB. Travis Wright's only box.
Travis Wright's old bitch.
The world of Botanica. A universe of plant-based collectible monsters built on the Wax blockchain. So they're like this. They're these interesting looking characters.
So it's like crypto kitties with plants.
With plants, and you can actually buy them right now on Atomic. Finding NFTs irresistible. I went and bought some of these. Wow, this dude's going for a whole lot. I wonder if people are paying these prices or not, but you can get some, if you go to price lowest, you can see some of them are pretty inexpensive. wax-wise. Nobody wants this Vitoon one for some reason. Vitoon is the courage of Botanica.
Looks as if.
So I bought
Yes,
some.
nice mushrooms there.
I like this guy, Cozy. This guy's got.
So they're not really just doing a launch; they're just kind of selling them as is, however they like. Huh?
Yeah, they're just selling, and they're planning a bunch of series. Is my understanding that this is just this is generation 1 of them. So the website again is the World of Botanica TWOB.world. TWOB.world.
TWOB. Now, I was talking with Bosak about like how cool it would be to have like a botanical marijuana cannabis NFT collection, because there's so many different strains. You just got to get a good artist to make all the strains look nice.
People are strange when you're a strainer. All right.
Wow, some of these are going for crazy prices here.
Yeah, I'm not sure what people are paying, but I bought, like I say, I bought some. I probably bought, if I look at, this is kind of embarrassing actually. I have 39 of them, Travis.
You have 39 of these TWOBs?
Yeah. I bought some TWOBs and I looked for, to try to complete a collection. And here's my TWOBs. I like this guy, A-Wine. He's kind of like a dog. This guy here is like a bull. And so I don't think I have a complete collection. There's a few of them. Oh, I got 2 of these. Want me to send you a U-leaf?
Oof-leaf.
U-leaf, as in you leave me alone.
U-leaf.
I'm going to send you so you have your first Botanica.
Sweet.
Sending that to Mr. Travis Wright right now.
That's crazy.
You've been the world of Botanica, bitches.
TWOB.
OB. So yeah, they're fun. And I'm a big fan of just supporting the space, right? I want to see this NFT space really take off. I think Wax is such a great platform for it. And I'm really happy to hear that Blankos is launching on EOS.io, because that means it's going to be fast.
That means it'll be very fast. It'll be, I don't know if there's I've not seen an NFT EOS marketplace yet. So maybe they'll start popping up. A lot of them on Wax, a lot of them on Ethereum. Not seeing too many on that. So I guess we'll see.
Absolutely. All right. Well, that's going to wrap up this Nifty Show. Be sure to go and subscribify on iTunes or Spotify or wherever else, because that helps bring more awareness to what we're doing here in the Nifty space. And next week we will have the second edition of our Nifty Shopping Network. We've got some great artwork that we've been auditioning, and that's coming.
We've scoured the world. And a couple galaxies.
I scoured my bathtub.
Well, that was nice. You don't want that scuzz to be on there, cuz.
You do not want bathtub scuzz.
Get the scuzz, cuz.
Right. Got a little 2 pieces of information regarding Bad Crypto that we'll share on Bad Crypto, but may as well share it here too. You found an article, and I can't find it offhand right now, but the article basically listed the top podcasts. What was it, on Nomics?
Yeah, it was on Nomics.
Gnomics. Gnomics.
Remember we interviewed the dude, the head of Nomics there a long time ago.
We did?
Yeah, a long time ago we interviewed this. Yeah, because he was the founder of another company that was like a landing page company back in the day. And then he went off and started getting into crypto and created Nomics. Yeah.
Oh, very cool. Well, I guess we're number 4. We'll never be number 1 because we're bad, but we're number 4 listed on their page. And that's pretty cool. The other piece of news we just got today, Travis, is, Apple, or not Apple, I keep saying Apple because it starts with A. Amazon has been getting into the podcast space, and they are putting up shows now. And the Bad Crypto Podcast is now available on Amazon Music, which is also Amazon Podcasts.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. I'm really excited about that. So the CEO of Nomics is Clay Collins. He also co-founded Lead Pages. And that is not just an arbitrary list that they put us on. Like some people go, here are my top favorite 5 podcasts. It's all based on data, based on backlinks, based on reputation, based on reviews, based on a bunch of different analytics. And we're higher than what Bitcoin did. So Peter McCormick, suck it.
Go listen to Peter's show too. We like him. Look at this.
Yeah,
I
we
just
like him.
checked it out. The Nifty Show's also on Amazon Podcasts.
That's a beautiful looking page right there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really nice. It's very sleek and elegant. I like the big font that they've used for the titles right here.
Yeah.
And if you guys just go click following right here, I'll make a short URL. If you go to nifty.show/Amazon, it'll take you right here to this page, and then click following. I
Do they
don't
have
know
reviews on there yet? Is that a
I
possibility?
don't see any reviews on here. So
Maybe you're not following it yet. Maybe you got to follow it.
No, I
first.
clicked following.
Oh, okay.
But I'm assuming that does something. So click following there, and tune in next week for Nifty Shopping Network. We'll get the stream working again. Stack your wallet with wax, because you're not going to want to miss out on some of these amazing pieces of digital art that are digitally scarce and rare. They're rare Pepes like Travis.
It's true. Pepe. Don't touch my Pepe.
All right, be nifty, everybody. Catch you later. Stay away from his Pepe.